Welcome back to House of Prep. My name's Jerry. I live here in Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. It's Thursday. Haven't done one of these grocery runs in a while, so I figured let's do it. So when you're stocking up on stuff and you're looking at the stores and seeing price changes and maybe empty shelves here and there or certain items, jump in the comments. Let us know how your area is looking. Throw in your state or your city and let us kind of share that information, and then come back later, read everybody else's comments. That's what I like to do. I have a good time doing it. So let's get started right away here. The first item that I always, and my wife, same thing. We go to 3 or 4 different stores in our local area. Today I visited Walmart. And water is usually a very, very difficult thing to find. Now I know it's in the middle of summer, it's hot, but this was like this even for this past year. Even during the cooler months, water became very, very difficult to find. I don't know if it's just an ongoing problem of plastics issues, getting enough product for them to create the stuff. Now, obviously water is not just exclusive by the bottle. If you have filters for your refrigerator, filters under your sink, maybe for your whole house, a filtration system, a lot of great ways that you can get good quality water for your home. It's nice to have backups. For some reason, the water was shut off to your home. Having bottled water is one thing. I also have big 5-gallon water jugs that I keep out in around the house, and have a little extra bleach or some chlorine tablets or something that you can do to purify the water in case of an emergency. But having extra water to flush toilets, to clean, to bathe in, having extra rain barrels out in your backyard to collect some water if you're allowed to do so for your garden. Water, look, the reason why water's hard, always find for me people buying off the shelves, because you got to have water to live. All right, so get water. Fruits and even vegetables and things lately, quality's been a lot better, at least here in my area. Sodas. If you're a soda drinker, I know many of you are, and many of you are also lucky enough to not be addicted by the drink. It's one of my few addictions in life that I'm allowed to still partake in. So until the doctor tells me otherwise. But having it in moderation, okay? But soda prices gone up. Definitely over this last year, 2 years, just watching these different 6-packs of bottles. Your canned soda, 2 liters of soda. I remember back in my younger years, I could get a 2-liter of soda on sale for 59 cents, 69 cents, then 79 cents. And you know what I'm saying. Increments all the way up $1.09, then $1.49. And it just seems like the price just keeps going up and up and up. And here lately, there's no exception. Canned goods. Still can find canned goods. Look, make sure you check your stock in your pantries. Back up chicken noodle soup. Look, winter's coming. People get the flu. People get sick. Having some chicken noodle on hand. I've seen it where you go to the store and you couldn't find chicken noodle. So some of those things that you're just so used to being able to get, it's nice to have some of that as backup. Chicken, and we're going to talk about chicken here in a bit. The Great Value type chicken or any of your off brands, a very inexpensive way to stock up on chicken. I'm thankful I'm still able to find my fried apples. So I got my fried apples, canned, any type of like canned pastas and things. Look, these are easy, quick grabs right out of the canned meal. In case of an emergency or a power outage, you could just fire up your backup stuff, your generator, or throw a pan out on your propane grill or whatever you got to do. And you can have some quick, easy, hot meals. And great, kids like them too, so that's always a good positive bonus. Jif peanut butter, it's been good to see that back on the shelves. Very limited quantity still, at least in my area. Some people may still not be able to find this as easily, but that's our favorite, that's our go-to. Some people like the off-brand, some people like the Peter Pan or different things. Jif is ours, that's my go-to. Ramen noodles. Sometimes I pick these up. These are just cool, quick, something to change the pace. You just want something different for lunch or a quick grab or a snack. And I like grabbing them in the individual packs, just, here and there a few. Make sure that you rotate them because they will expire. but I like to use them because they're easy to stuff in your prepper pantry, like your holes. You got a little space at the top. These slide right into the top. You fill them right in your shelf up to the top, or right in between stuff. So you got a little gap in between something. You can just fill the gap in with some ramen noodles. So you don't have to worry about extra space to try to store them. Just use them as gap fillers. Easy grabs. And they're nice if someone comes to my door hungry. I say, here you go, here's a pack of ramen noodles. We talk about water, hydration, electrolytes, and I use these in conjunction with my bottled water. I come home from a long day of work. I still got to go to the gym to work out. I'll grab a cold bottle of water, one of these little mini pour packs right into the bottle, shake it up, Gatorade. Instead of having to buy the larger Gatorade bottles that might be $1, $1.25 a bottle. I think a pack of these of 10 is for $2.50. So you get this and a bottle of water. It's pretty cheap. It's pretty inexpensive for a quick, easy time restraints, and you can go quick. Let's look at some Keystone. Okay, before I do this, I've got a chicken update here. So videos have passed. We've talked about, the whole buying the breasts flats of chicken and how Walmart had held for $1.99 forever, just through everything. Remember when steak prices were $20 a pound at your grocery store? Even the cheap steak, everything was going up, up, up. Chicken held $1.99 a pound. It just never went up. It stayed steady, stayed the course. Even with demand went up and everyone was running to buy chicken because that's all that was affordable. It held its price. Then finally it did move. It went up to like $1.30 and then up to like $1.60. Well, now you can see on here $2 and I'm sorry, when I say $1.30 I meant $2.30 and then $2.60. And then now you can see it's up to $2.94 a pound. So chicken has made a continual increase, and it's obviously more expensive now. So if I got almost, $6 in poundage, or 6 pounds of meat, and if it's roughly, ballpark went up a buck a pound, this is almost $6 more expensive for one flat. $6 more. So instead of 16, it should be around $10, $10, $11. But that just shows you that the price increases have pretty much affected all meat now. In can of Keystone, you used to be able, I personally used to get this at my Walmart for $6.50, and now it's just right around $8. So even the can has gone up. So now those that are really good at canning and all this, fresh chicken you brought in, and you spent all that effort and time canning and building up your preps and canning. Just think of the money you've saved, your investment of how much money that you already profited because you prepped, you prepared. So not maybe, the end of the world never came. Well, you're right. The end of the world did not come this last couple years. However, the prices went up. How much money are you spending on your chicken now for those that don't prep? Well, you're spending a lot more on chicken. Or how much is the person that prepped that's just going to their prepper pantry and pulling out some of their canned, jarred up chicken that they jarred up from a couple years ago? They're still eating off of a year ago's prices. See how that works? So if this is $8, okay, so this is people that say, you know what, I just don't have time or the focus or the energy. I don't want to do my own canning. Is there an alternative way? Yes. You get these other cans. You can get the cheaper can of chicken, and I can't recall. I forget, how much one of these cans was. But let's use this as an example. This is a little bit more expensive. I believe it's a little bit more premium of a chicken, so it's a little bit better quality than the generic. It does have a very good shelf life on these type of cans. It's just under 2 pounds. But for the sake of argument, let's say, basically it's $4 a pound. You say, well, this over here was $3 a pound. So see how much cheaper this was. Well, that's true. So $3 a pound versus $4 a pound. And if you're going to can your own remember you got to buy your cans or your jars, and if you don't have lids, and now sometimes you can reuse your own jar, but you still have to get new lids from time to time. So whatever your cost is for 2 jars, 2 lids, and then whatever electricity you're using, and then your time. How valuable is your time? Do you work a full-time job? Do you have kids? Do you have grandkids? Do you have to clean the house? Do you have to do chores? Do you have all these things in life that call for our attention? Now, can you still save money jarring up and doing your own chicken? Absolutely, yes. Especially if you buy the big whole chickens, right? And I heard some of you talk about how you like to do that, and then that way you just debone it and take your chicken out and do it. So if you've got time to do it, absolutely, and in bulk quantity and mass quantities, you can save some money doing it that way. However, this is a good second place, okay? Don't be embarrassed if this is how you prep. It's okay. Now, there were 2 of these on the shelf. First time I had seen chicken in quite a long while of this brand, Keystone. So I got one because it's not dire need that I had more. So I got one, left the other one on the shelf for somebody else. If I needed it, I would have went ahead and bought it. But I didn't have to have it. So one for me, one for somebody else. Now beef, they did have. Now this is starting to get a little more expensive. It's almost $10 a can now. It used to be about $8. So you can see the cost of everything's going up. And that's just the way it is. Now I know some of you guys have had shelves and shelves and shelves of this stuff from a couple years ago. Man, aren't you so glad that you bought it at the prices you did? So thankful. Vegetables, still relatively inexpensive. Grabbing some veggies, especially the ones that we eat the most of. You buy stuff, you stock up on stuff that you know everybody's going to eat. And that's your heavy stock. Let's see. Sometimes, you stock up, like, we don't use a lot of these, but you keep an eye on it, because if you cook with things like bouillon cubes and things, it's easy to run out and you're not even really paying attention and realizing you do. So don't forget to check your stock on that stuff. Marinades, we talk about chicken. Do you like marinades with your chicken? Do you like making a chicken salad, throwing a little Thousand Island on there, a little ranch, little blue cheese, whatever your fancy is, sprinkling a little Lowry seasoning salt on your stuff. But those are things that you don't pay attention, and they're gone before you know it. Let's see. Time restraints here. We're doing good. I got time for one more. I want to brag on this item real quick. If you remember, I like having some of these on hand. And I had stocked up back when they were $1 a piece. And then if you remember some of my videos, they went up like $1.25, 25% increase on these packs. You used to get them at Dollar General and different dollar stores and things, but sometimes the prices went up. And then they went up, I think, just slightly more, $1.30, $1.35. Well, I went today. They were back down to $1. Blew my mind. I was like, back to $1. I just thought for sure we would never see these back down to $1 again. Not at Walmart anyway. But there they were. They were back down to $1 a piece. So whatever happened, they were able to get their costs back down. The company, StarKist, super thankful, because these are nice quick grabs if you'd like to go hiking, if you keep a bug out bag. You just have to watch the dates on the back. But these are ready to eat right out of this pack. Have you a little plastic spoon, plastic fork on hand, and you could open these up, and if you had to, eat them right out of the bag. So they're just nice quick grabs to have, some protein, and they're not going to stay up. So you know what? Let's just get them out of there. Hey, if you guys don't mind, hit the thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Or maybe sometimes you get unsubscribed. I've had people tell me that. Somehow I got unsubscribed. So if you don't mind, resubscribe. But I appreciate you guys. Hope you guys are having a great week. Don't forget to jump in the comments, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye now.